I never had a nickname growing up. Not really. None of my family ever referred to me as a nickname, called me a nickname. None of my friends in school ever called me a nickname, referred to me as a nickname. It was always just Daniel. Just Daniel, my name. Now, I did get kind of a nickname from a certain teacher, but it was just my last name, you know. That's just what this certain teacher always just called me by my last name, and nothing else. That was kind of a nickname, but yeah, it was only just one person calling me it, so yeah. And of course, I did get unwanted nicknames from bullies, people making fun of me, people insulting me, calling me some kind of stupid, insulting nickname, that sort of thing. But those were, like I said, unwanted. I didn't want any of them. I didn't want to be called any of those things. I didn't want to be referred to that as any of those things. I didn't want any of those nicknames. And I did try. I did try to, make certain things my nicknames, or my nickname. I tried to make Danny my nickname at one point, because it was shorter and cooler than Daniel. It's basically a cooler and shorter version of Daniel. And the whole Danny Phantom thing, yeah. That was the reason why I wanted Danny to be my nickname. And I tried and I tried and I tried so hard to make it my nickname. To try to get people to call me it. But no one ever did. It never stuck. No one ever called me Danny. And I was just really, really disappointed. And also I tried other nicknames as well, but none of those ever stuck either. I was just always left as Daniel. And yeah. And I was just really disappointed. And it felt really unfair. Like, everyone else had a nickname. All my friends had at least one nickname that everyone called them. All my family had a nickname to some degree. Most of them, at least. But I was left without a nickname growing up. No one called me anything besides Daniel. And, yeah. I just really felt it was kind of unfair. Like, I want a nickname. I want something that everyone calls me. Something cool, something interesting. Even a funny nickname. I would accept a funny nickname. At least it wasn't making fun of me, personally. Like, it was just a funny sounding nickname. I would have took a funny sounding nickname over no nicknames. But no, I never did. I never got a nickname. Never got any kind of semblance of nickname besides either my Daniel or my last name for that one certain teacher. And that's it. At least growing up, that was it. And it was just, unfair, really. Not unfair. And couldn't be helped, really, because nicknames, people have to give them to you. You can't really force your own nickname because it never works. Just like I said, as much as I wanted Danny to be my nickname, it never worked because I guess since I was trying to force it, it wasn't sticking. And that's usually how nicknames go. Other people have to give them to you. You can rarely ever give yourself a nickname, and it sticks. Other people have to give it to you. Yeah. Now, I did get a rare nickname later on in my life that only probably a handful of people call me. Dan. And yes, that's why my channel name is Dan the Human Being because it's one of the few nicknames I got in my life was Dan. So yeah, I called my channel Dan the Human Being. Yeah, because of it. But anyways, yeah, I did get that nickname. That only like maybe 5 people call me, but yeah. I don't even consider it an actual real nickname either because like I said, it was just 5 people. Or maybe not even that, maybe it was just 2 or 3 people. Barely anyone ever calls me Dan. Everyone, majority of people that know me, call me Daniel. Refer to me as Daniel. And that's it. No nickname. Barely any other nicknames. And, yeah. And to be honest, no matter how much I complain and say, oh, it's unfair that I never get a nickname, or I never had a nickname growing up, or anything like that, I've pretty much accepted that I'm going to be a kind of person that just doesn't really have a nickname. I come to terms with the fact that I don't really need one. I'm fine with just being called Daniel. And the rare Dan. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with not having a nickname. And yeah, I've accepted it. So, yeah.